Good afternoon, friends. Stephen Benoon with Israeli News Live. It is November the 2nd, 2025, and we are definitely in a war for freedom of speech. I have never in my life seen the situation so grave as what I am seeing right now. Things that are happening right before our eyes, and it's getting really, really, really bad. So what I want to do is I want to play for you a couple of different things that I've got here up on the screen for you. And one here, Mike Adams, the health ranger, sharing over on his broadcast there or on his platform, sharing. And I want to, gosh, give me a moment here because it's always kind of a bit of a challenge as you go to share these pages here. This here he put out here, the attack on Tucker Carlson is coordinated, well-funded, and entirely malicious. Look at what they're doing. These are pastors and different politicians that are bashing right now. That's what they do. Remember? That's exactly what they like to do. If you remember, those of you that have known about where we share these different things, and actually, you know what? You guys did not see that. Let me back up and let me add that to the stage for you. Let's play that one more time so that you guys can see that very video there. I know I was playing it and you didn't see nothing. I apologize.
Because it's easy to talk about anti-Semitism on the left. I want to talk about the dark force rising on our side. Multiple speakers have talked about the rise of anti-Semitism on the right.
I'll pull it a little bit more forward.
He would say, Randy, I got to go. Tucker Carlson's going to be on. But make no mistake, today, Tucker Carlson is the most dangerous anti-Semite in America. He is.
That just goes to show you how narrow-minded and the attack. I mean, we are at war for freedom of speech is what it really comes down to. Let me just show you guys something here when it comes to anti-Semitism. Let me just show you what some of the things here on anti-Semitism. It's a trick. Is one of the former heads there says it is a. Another one will tell you that it is a. Yeah, that was first. Let me hear. I'll play this one here for you. Let me get it to the right spot though, so we can get that shared with you there. And let me see what I got here. Nope, that's the wrong one. We'll remove that one. And we will add to the stage there. One day I'm going to figure out how to do all these here. And let me get back over here. I want to play this here for you so you can get a good eye view of this here, how that works here. Listen in.
Expressed in the United States against policies of the Israeli government. People here are called anti-Semitic. What is your response to that as an Israeli Jew?
Well, it's a trick. We always use it. When from Europe somebody is criticizing Israel, then we bring up the Holocaust. When in this country people are criticizing Israel, then there are anti-Semitic. And the organization is strong and has a lot of money, and the ties between Israel and the American Jewish establishment are very strong, and they are strong in this country. As you know, they have power, which it's okay. They are talented people, and they have power, money, and media, and other things. And their attitude is Israel, my country, right or wrong, the identification. And they are not ready to hear criticism. And it's very easy to blame people who criticize certain acts of the Israeli government as anti-Semitics, and to bring up the Holocaust and the suffering of the Jewish people, and that justify everything we do to the Palestinians.
To justify everything that is done to the Palestinians, to be able to justify it. Same thing now with Charlie Kirk. So I want to give you also a former Mossad, I think he's a former Mossad chief, if I'm not mistaken, and I'll try to find him real quick as well, where he talks about the anti-Semitism. So let me play that clip for you as well, because you have to understand, when they're playing this card right here on you, you've got to know exactly what they're up to. So let's play this one here. This here is Victor Ostrovsky, a former case officer for the Israeli Internal Intelligence Agency Mossad, who exposed the systematic weaponization of anti-Semitism. Listen to what he says. Oops, sorry about that. One moment. I'm realizing you guys probably, yep, you're not seeing it again. I will get used to this. I am so sorry about that. Paul, I'm very sorry about that. Let me, I want to get a better clip of this anyway. So give me 1 second here. I keep messing up on being able to play that, and I want to get you a better audio anyway. So let me see if I can find a better, let me see if I can't find a better audio there of Victor. So give me 1 second here, and let me see if I can do that. Okay, 1 second. Here we go. I think this is the one that I can use here. All right, so this time I'm going to make sure we share the screen properly. So let me get rid of that one there. Let's do it the right way, Steve, so you don't mess up. And share, and then I always have to jump back because you are not seeing it added to the stage. Now let's do it, and let's get the audio going on this thing properly. Maybe we can hear the whole thing. Here we go.
Now, I know what they do because I used to ask them to do it. I mean, when I was in the Mossad, and we had a guy that gave us problems in the U.S., and he was speaking out, and he was talking like Pete talked once and said, Israel is bombing Lebanon with cluster bombs. We say, hey, who's that guy? You know, Pete Makaki, we used to call him, which is Pete the cockroach. Because he makes a lot of noise and you can't get rid of him. So what you do is you get in touch with a guy in the station in New York or in the station in Washington. You say, tell the guys at Label to label him. And of course the campaign starts, and before you know it, the guy's labeled. And he's an anti-Semite, because that's what we say he is. And that's one stain you cannot wash. Now, It shames me as a Jew to tell you that. But that's the fact, and it's wrong.
And it's wrong. They stain you with it. Okay, that's exactly what they do. They stain you with it. They call him an anti-Semite. So what they're doing to Tucker is no surprise, right? No surprise at all. I mean, Candace, here's one that she put out. I think it's the same guy, though. Let me just make sure of this real quick. Let's see. Let me take you guys to that, and let's just quickly share that screen with you as well. Now, it could be the same one. I know that there are different ones out there. So let me take a look here real quick again, if that's... This is Candace. So when somebody really had the bright idea to send interns to FedEx to print these signs and then instruct young men to wave them like cheerleaders, as Randy Fine spoke, and not a single person paused and considered, hey, maybe the internet will find this gay and laugh at us. All right, I don't quite follow that, but that's okay. Let me go ahead and play the part, though, here.
Today, Tucker Carlson is the most dangerous anti-Semite in America. Multiple speakers have talked about the rise of anti-Semitism on the right. But it is not enough to speak in platitudes or generalities about the fight. We must call evil by its name.
All right, you got that one there. And they're just over and over and over and over. But, I mean, let's take a serious look, though, at what is really going on, guys. I mean, seriously, I want to show you something here. I mean, there's so many crazy things happening, and nobody seems to really think about the humanitarian aspect of some of the things that we see here. Here you have Nikki Haley, and this is kind of old news here. We know about this. She's writing on bombs that they're dropping on children in Gaza. Finish them. America loves Israel always. Nikki Haley. No, listen. We stood with Israel many, many years. Even had a site on Facebook called Unconditionally We Stand With Israel. Not any longer. Once we begin to wake up that the state of Israel is totally in the wrong. I mean, think about it. If you go to that video that I did just recently on YouTube, I forget the name of the video there, but I did a video, and it's, let's see here. I'll try to find it for you real quick. The video I did, and it is, let me find real fast here. Just pull the name of it up. I'm actually on the wrong channel. Let's see here. All right. I did a teaching video not too long ago. What will you do now that you know the truth? I'll pull up my website because I think it's on there as well. IsraeliNewsLive.org. And let me just share that with you guys. I want to share that with you actually for a couple of reasons here real quick. So let's see here. And don't forget, Steve, to make sure you share the screen, add it to the thing so everybody can see that there. All right, here we go. So what will you do now that you know the truth? That was a video that I did where I taught on this, showing you how that biblically, Jesus called the Pharisees of 2,000 years ago a generation of serpents. And I said to the people, because I caught this amazing revelation, we're standing in the exact same place today as Adam and Eve were all those thousands of years ago when they came on the earth. They were standing there and they had a choice, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And I prove in this video that that is the law, or the tree of life, Jesus Christ. Which one will you go with? And that's, you're standing before that right now. As you're listening to my voice, you are standing before the same thing. And the serpent, remember, Jesus said to the Pharisees, you generation of serpents, you vipers, who has warned you to flee the wrath that is to come? Another place he says that, right? But why is he called them a he said, upon you all the righteous bloodshed on the earth belonged to them. And he took it all the way back to Abel, Cain killing Abel. Why? It's that evil spirit. And what is it? The serpent wanted them to take the law. I prove that in that video, that the tree of knowledge of good and evil, because what is it? It's to do what's right to do and what's wrong to do. Christ came, he said there was only two laws. Everything hung on the two laws. Love your neighbor as yourself and love the Lord thy God with all your heart, soul, and mind. That was the whole law. That was everything. All right? But who's giving you that law? What are they trying to do? The ministers are trying to take and put you back under these rabbis, and it's even worse than that. The politicians want you to be put under these Noahide laws on top of it, right? Now, I have the website up for not only because of that message that you should watch, but also Yana, I published one of her articles right here from her Substack, The Velvet Tongue of Unity. It's about the Noahide laws. Her book that she's writing right now, which that book she's writing and the messages that she used to stand for is why we have justice for our dead Stefan. The case about her father and his death and everything, because just like Charlie, who started changing on his pro-Zionist stance and going against what Israel was doing, we did the exact same thing 9 years ago. We came out, and what happened? It cost this man here his life. They tried to kill Yana and I, but instead killed him in the process and nearly killed Yana as well. And I ended up with a very serious issue that was caused from the same treatment. Anyway, Yana, though, finally, after 4 years, they did silence her for 4 years, but she's back now. And on her Substack channel, which if you go to this article right here, you can get an idea about the way she writes and things like that. But you can click right there. It'll take you straight to her Substack. And then you can find out the Velvet Tongue of Unity. Her excerpts of her book are going on there for paid subscribers. She does a lot of free posts as well, but the ones about the Noahide laws is she's sharing that, and this is helping her to fund to be able to get this book published. So your support is greatly appreciated. Now, let me take and let's go to another issue here I want to share with you. Let me find it here. Candace, let me share this clip here from Candace's site here. I want to go to that real quick with you. And okay. And then I've got one more after this here, and we'll probably call it for that point there. Here we go. Nope, not that one there. Maybe it's this one here. Gosh, I got to go back and find it. Goodness. Let me just try this one. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, I got it now. So let me share it with you guys so you guys can see it. All right. Candace had on Rabbi Finkelstein, and not Rabbi Finkelstein, sorry, Mr. Finkelstein. He's not a rabbi, and I don't like using the word rabbi anyway, but let me just find it here. I want to play a little.
I know for a fact, because I know someone who took the money, and they wouldn't tell me what billionaire it was, but I can tell you around May of this year, whenever I termed it Operation Mocking Pastor was happening, where every pastor, it seemed, jumped on stage one Sunday and said, don't follow Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson, a very weird sermon to preach all on the same day. It was right after Ted Cruz and Tucker Carlson had debated. There was a billionaire that went out and offered what they said to me was an obscene amount of money for people to begin influencing by creating anti-Candace and Tucker videos. So that's how it works. I mean, that is just, I know for a fact.
And she's right. You know, even right now, we are so shadow banned. It's not even funny how shadow banned we are. You know, I've got people that are subscribed to our YouTube channel. They said, Steve, we don't get any notifications whatsoever. You don't pop up on our feeds, nothing. If you're not coming and checking to see if I did a video or not, you would have no idea. YouTube's not going to tell you anything. And, you know, we would probably be over 1 million subscribers if they didn't keep us suppressed constantly. It's just like right now, being live. You guys have no idea. 220 people are watching right now. And that used to, if I did a live broadcast, it'd be in the thousands. I've had as many as 8,000 people watch live back when I was a Zionist. See, there's where the difference comes in. It's what side you take. Now I want to show you. This is what Charlie allowed to come on when he was having Tucker on, and I was amazed at what he was allowing. And this is what cost this man his life. Okay, it's what cost him his life. We're going to be closing here in just a moment here. Colin with Project Constitution shared this, and so let me play this for you. Very interesting. Oh, I got to make sure I share the screen, because if y'all don't see it, you don't hear it. Here we go. Sorry about that. And one more, and then we'll...
You know what was mentioned at that debate? Here's one of the things that was discussed.
Look, if you support what Israel's doing in Gaza right now, I would just, like, my advice to you guys is just know that you never have a leg to stand on claiming to be pro-life for the rest of your life. Just saying that. So it's okay to support a policy.
Let's not boo our speaker,
It's okay to support a policy that is killing babies. All of a sudden, killing babies is negotiable. All right, fine. I'm just reading the room.
So, Dave, why don't you...
No, I'm not talking about for Hamas.
Hold on. Back up. Dave, why don't...
I just let you go on this whole long thing.
I know, I'm going to actually help you out here, Dave, okay? What I'm doing, I want you to tell the audience what's going on in Gaza, because some people in the audience don't know what's going on. So don't assume they know, and let's not get back...
Oh, okay, well,
See, look at the way, see, he didn't go against, he said, no, I'm helping you out. I want you to tell them what's going on in Gaza. God bless that man. He was waking up, guys, waking up. All right. And by the way, don't forget, it's two quick clips I got to play for you real quick. All right. And then we're going to close here. So it's getting late here. So I got to make this real fast. Let me, I want you to, let me get the right one here. Here we go. This one here, Ron Paul, and Ron Paul's co-host has been on with us many, many times. But let me play this for you guys as well. I'm going to make sure we're sharing the screen, add to the stage, come back over here, and let's go with it.
I rise in opposition to this resolution. Not because I am taking sides and picking who the bad guys are and who the good guys are, but I'm looking at this more from the angle of being a United States citizen, an American, and I think resolutions like this really do us great harm. In many ways, what's happening in the Middle East, and in particular with Gaza right now, we have some moral responsibility for both sides in a way, because we provide help and funding for both Arab nations and Israel. And so we definitely have a moral responsibility, and especially now today, the weapons being used to kill so many Palestinians are American weapons, and American funds essentially are being used for this. But there's a political liability, which I think is something that we fail to look at, because...
Notice he said Semitic Palestinians. Ron Paul knows there's your true Israelites. Let me continue.
Too often there's so much blowback from our intervention in areas that we shouldn't be involved in. You know, Hamas... If you look at the history, you'll find out that Hamas was encouraged and really started by Israel, because they wanted Hamas to counteract Yasser Arafat. And you say, well, yeah, that was better then and served its purpose, but we didn't want Hamas to do this. So then we as Americans say, well, we have such a good system, we're going to impose this on the world. We're going to invade Iraq and teach people how to be Democrats. We want free elections. So we encourage the Palestinians to have a free election. They do, and they elect Hamas. So we first, indirectly and directly through Israel, help establish Hamas. Then we have election. Then Hamas becomes dominant, so we have to kill them. You know, it just doesn't make sense. During the...
It doesn't make sense, does it? Not at all. It doesn't make sense, not one single bit. I'm going to play this young lady, Morgan Ariel, because what she says here, I want you to hear. This will be our closing video clip that I want you to listen to, because this, my friends, this is what every person that goes to church somewhere, this is what you need to be speaking about and challenging your own church on this issue here. Let me play this clip here. It's very short. Listen to what this young lady has to say here.
So it is becoming increasingly evident that there are pastors in America that have been working with Israel to push the political ideology of Zionism and to lead the body of Christ astray. And I just wanted to come on here really quickly and let you pastors know that I'm going to expose you, because you are not going to deceive and take advantage of the church anymore and utilize it for your own selfish gain. Your time is limited. You're going to be exposed. God bless.
I think that is very honorable, and this is what more people need to be doing. So listen, thank you for watching tonight. I encourage you to, those of you over on, regardless of what platform you might be on, please share this video everywhere you can, post it everywhere you can. We are in a war for freedom of speech. They're going to push these Noahide laws. Yana and I are going to be doing a broadcast tomorrow. We'll be live again here with you guys tomorrow. Don't know exactly what time it'll be. I want to say it's going to be around 12 Eastern, 12 noon Eastern. So keep in mind, you want to come, you want to join in. She's got a lot of information. And if you just read her Substack, you will realize the girl is a genius. This is why they wanted to shut her up to start with. And I'm so glad that she has got the courage up and the strength up now after these years of the suffering that she's been through to be back in the spotlight again, writing about it. Please support her on her Substack. You know, it's encouraging for her as well to see when people stand with her and support what she's doing, because believe me, they don't want you to know the things that we're willing to share with you. I'll continue to share those biblical things with you as well. Those of you that might be watching on X or Twitter, one thing, let me just share with you real quick here. I think this would be good for you as well to know about this here. We have playlists, and I want to quickly show you these playlists on our YouTube channel, because this is, to me, it's very important that you were that you see these things here. Because when you see the playlist here, it will also help you to see some things here that we do that you don't normally get to see. No biblical evidence for the modern state of Israel. There's 12 videos on there. I go into the biblical Hebrew, taking you through all those scriptures. Now, and I'm going to be doing more still yet, but I'm going through the different scriptures that are normally equated to the supporting of Israel. I know I wrote one of the, I don't even know where the book is right now, but I wrote one of the most popular books that supported the creation of the state of Israel. I had all the biblical proof. Didn't realize all I was doing was parroting the Schofield doctrine. But here I really go in there and I break all those things down. Former Zionists, testimonies of some of the people that are former Zionists, another one. But if you click on that button and move it over again, exposing the Noahide laws. These are videos John and I have done. Some of them I did by myself. But these are very, very powerful videos here. Some of the older ones where we first go into this information. But now Yana's diving even deeper. So check her out, her Substack. You know, it's she uses her maiden name in the link. It's Yana Sutova, SUTOOVA.substack.com. And you can find it right there on our website, the article that I posted there. All you got to do is go click on that article, and you will actually be right there where her Substack is at. So anyway, thank you for listening, and God bless you. I'll put that all in the description once this video has finally made its posting. Y'all have a great night.